Hey guys, what's going on today? Random Andrew here. Back on the dive phone, unfortunately, but you know what? I think it'd be worth it, worth the trouble through editing if I use the dive phone for the indoor footage, because let's face it, it does look better than this. The hard part is, though, is always telling whether or not I'm actually in focus, because right now I'm looking at the back of my phone. We all know the forward-facing, no, not the front-facing, but you know, the main camera always gets a better resolution. This I think will be okay for well-lit outdoor shots, even lighting kind of thing, but the iPhone, the dive phone, just seems to do the trick a little bit better. Now, I know I promised you guys more regular vlogs about town and stuff, but today is not the day to be out and about town. Today is the day to visit with my mom. She'll be here in a little bit. We're doing a nice venison roast dinner. I'm sorry for all you vegetarians out there, but something like that for those omnivores of us out here was a nice treat, a venison dinner. I'm not going to go into much detail about that because I know there are vegetarians out there who do not really care too much to hear about that right now. But for the others, venison is a pretty tasty treat. Now, today I wanted to walk you guys through what the Castle link card for Castle Creations speed controllers, electronic speed controllers. Those of you not familiar with the RC world are probably thinking, what the heck's he talking about? So I'll just give you a quick rundown. Electronic speed controller is basically the brain that runs the speed of the electric motors in our electric RCs. It's brushed models, non-brushed, so brushless models. And when it comes to the Castle Creations equipment, we're talking about the brushless model. It's the one that's in my speed car, Megas, named appropriately after Megas XLR. So let's get to hooking that up, and I'll show you guys what this is all about. It is another performance gaining, a way to tune your speed controller a little bit. It's like popping the hood and putting the tune to that nice motor. So we'll get to that right now. Okay, so first and easiest part to show you is introducing you guys to the Castle link card, and please, if you hear the background noise, understand they're still working on the roof upstairs. They have been working on the roof upstairs since fall. I'm not going to bother telling you what irrefutable company it is, but like, dang, I've never seen a roof take so long to do. Anyhow, Castle link card comes with the driver's ed guide, like most Castle systems. Tells you all about what everything does and how to use it, but I'm going to skip that for you right now. Now, you don't need a computer to use the Castle link card. This is a field link card. It's meant so that you can change your settings on the fly, like as you're out there. It's an instructional pamphlet. Gives you the rundown, how to hook it up and everything. Like I said, I'm going to show you that myself. Comes with this, kind of like your old school. This used to be the main style USB plug. Let's see if I can get you a close-up shot of it. Probably not. Focus. There you go. Well, you kind of see it. Anyhow, this here will plug into the card, like so. And then this end will plug down into the computer. So I'm just going to drop down there. My USB hookup is down there. And then you take your, that's the servo one, this is Castle, so I want the darker colors. You take your ESC. This is, okay, to kind of explain to you guys, like I said, this, if you're still new to it, or maybe you don't know anything about RCs at all yet, and you're just tuning into the channel for one of the first times, this you can think of like a communication port, right? This gets its signal from the receiver, which you're telling it what to do. When you pull the trigger, this receiver tells this what to do. And this brain does all it applies your power and everything, battery through battery. You get the idea, right? Power comes in through the battery, gets its signal from here, voila, magic happens, motor spins. Anyways, if you really, really want to break down on how how an electronic speed controller works, I'm sure there's far better videos out there that you could watch. Alright, that's all plugged in. Next thing you do is plug this into the computer, and then we'll jump over to the computer screen so I can show you what the Castle Link program actually works, what it does. I'm not going to bother with any of the newest updates. I did look them up. None of them are of any concern to this speed controller, and there's no power upgrade. It's not giving you anything more, it's just allowing you more accessibility. So, plug it into the computer, and then we'll jump over to the screen. Notice the card lights up, tells you it's linked. It's kind of funny because on here, on the screen, I'm seeing it flash at half the rate it's flashing on there. Alright, so right away it's telling me a new version of beta device firmware is available. If you wish to upgrade to the latest beta firmware, go to the software tab and press update firmware. That is not a concern for us. Right now it's just reading the throttle curves. I can readjust this window so you guys can fully see it. Yeah, that's fully seeing it. Alright, and this is where your new version available comes up, and it tells you exactly what. There's added multi-rotor firmware. Earlier release had the same thing. Also, now see, this says it's for multi-rotor firmware, which corrects the temperature cutoffs when operating below 0 degrees. But that's not for the modes that we use it in. So in a way earlier release, Sidewinder 4 support, Talon 60 airfield link, Sidewinder 4. Yeah, so none of these really have anything to do with mine. So I'm not going to update that. This is what you guys want to see. Oh geez, I don't think we need it on that big a screen, do we? No. Let's move it over. Right there. So if I want to update it, I can just update it. Connected. So there's... Oh man, that's so annoying. I'm working on the roof. There's your basic settings. So your auto LiPo cutoff. What the actual voltage of cutoff should be. It should actually have that. At least 3.4. With reverse... Come on, guys! With reverse, brushless motor, beep, power on beep, you know, the castle beeps everybody loves. My drag force brake, or no, sorry, my brake amount, and then the drag brake. So if you want to crank that right up for crawling mode, I suppose you could. Power, max power forward, 100%, max reverse power, 100%. You guys have no idea how hard it is to do this with them doing that. Okay, so there's a torque limit, and you can perform a motor test. Motor test required to enable torque limit. We're not doing that right now. Okay, but if you're curious, there you go. It's right in here. Sensored motor timing. Okay, if you're or sensorless motor timing, you can change your timing right here, but you can also do that right from the field card itself, so you don't have to hook up to a computer to do this. Arming time, 1.5 seconds. Throttle deadband, I have to a tenth of a millisecond, I think that would be. Yeah. And start power, low. Ooh, what? There's my throttle curve. Okay, so that final bit of punch power tapers off. Maybe I could fix that. Okay, well I don't think I'm going to mess around with that right now. And then there's your brake curve. Now these here two pieces, this is also is going to be working hand in hand with that dyno software once I actually finish building that, which I'm going to get around to soon. And then there's your software showing you all your firmwares. So, I don't think I really need to do anything else. Updating the settings through my device, because if you don't do this, anything you just did won't be changed in your speed controller itself. And it says it's complete. So we're all done with that. I can shut this down. Now there is the Castle Link graph viewer. Now this is for the data logging. If you turn your data logging on in your device, in your Castle speed controller, you can log everything you do and then take a look back at it. It's pretty groovy. I guess that kind of concludes our tour of the Castle Link card and the Castle Link computer setup. Well, that was an awesome venison dinner. Thank you, Mom. Great thing. I know I don't really celebrate these religious holidays like Easter. I mean, who really does for its truest meanings anymore, like for its original intent? Now it's a lot of consumer, buy this, candy this, chocolate that. But it's a fun holiday to have with fun family nonetheless. And being that I more celebrate the solstice, so like this would be going into spring. And what better thing to have than a venison dinner? It was great. Oh my goodness. Mom, you're such an amazing cook. She even brought me a white chocolate bunny. It also happens to be half frozen right now. Very hard to eat. I'll wait till that thaws a little bit, and then, without breaking my teeth, I'll have my Easter bunny. And with that, I do want to announce me and my mom, amazing, most creative person I could possibly ever know, are planning a collaboration video. Involves a little bit of traveling, a little bit of exploration. We want to go and find a couple of places where she lived growing up. Just a little ways away, a fair bit of a drive, but it has to do with Collingwood, Ontario. Not Hollywood, Collingwood. Very, very beautiful, beautiful place. And also, camp at CFB, Canadian Forces Base, Borden. Years ago, you couldn't just go and tour around Camp Borden to look for something. It was off limits. You just couldn't go. Now, it's listed as a tourism attraction. Really? More to come on that in a little bit. Later on in the evening, and I am still fighting to... I'm resisting the urge to have myself a nap. Young ones, warning, this happens when you get old. At least this is what I was warned, and lo and behold. It arrived. There's something I want to share with you guys, so I'm trying to get a little bit of work done on the deadbolt before I end up falling asleep. Because, well, I want to have it ready to go for the next time we're to go out and do something. It might even be soon as tomorrow for all I know. But, it's the motor. You remember I was telling you I did a hill climb and I ended up kind of smoking the motor a bit. The ESC got blazing hot. The motor actually had not just steam coming out of it, it was smoke. The motor's done. And it wasn't just the fault of running a high amperage battery and just rocking it up the hill. The bearing is done. The bearings were done in that motor for a while and I just pushed it too far. And that was that. But I gotta show you just how done those bearings were. Have a look at this. Got a little backup lighting going on with the mag light right here. So you can see the motor, 35 turn. Oh yeah, hey, Canadian Tire money. I wonder what Americans would think if they got Canadian Tire money. Anyhow, have a look. I'll try and do this. You notice the motor's not moving. The pinion is not loose on there. Okay, if your pinion shaft moves like that, your motor just might be done. I guess it's not just how can I get my fingers onto that? Bear with me, guys. Okay, I can shift it out of position, away from center position, but as well, it moves a good couple millimeters forward and back now too. So it's safe to say that motor's cooked. But we're going to go back to the stock 27 turn motor right here. It's at least got a good bearing in it still. I hope. It'll at least keep me trailing though, right? For now. I just got to remember to keep an eye on heat. Not to let things get as hot as they got when we were coming out of the trail there yesterday. Not bad though. I can fix that. And then of course with Craig's Dingo, there's also the Loctite to the drive shaft. So, yeah, drive axles, the drive shafts. They keep coming loose on him. And it has to do with them not being the actual drive shafts for him. But they're going to hold up. I just got to Loctite those set screws in a little bit better. Clean them up first to make sure that the Loctite sticks as they should. And all should be well that way. I'll let them dry overnight so that way by the time we go out tomorrow morning, if we go out tomorrow morning, should not be a problem. He should have a flawless run without me needing to fix those for him again. Otherwise, though, guys, it's the end of the evening. It's been a pretty good day. Easter Monday, now you guys watching it being Tuesday. But it's spring. It's going to be another new day tomorrow, and hopefully I won't feel as dead tomorrow, right? Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support. It means worlds to me. Please do me a world of favor. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Click like if you enjoyed today's video. And share if you do that kind of thing. Think positive, stay positive, keep a smile on your face, and we'll see you right here tomorrow. Good night. Vlog over.